Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sahira Jamal, a freelance trainer and a life coach. But more importantly, I'm a mother. Since the outbreak of COVID and the lockdown, my 10-year-old son, an otherwise outdoor boy, spends most of his time on his laptop or on the desktop. On an average, he spends around 5 hours every day. That's a major concern for me, just as it is to most of you parents today. Dr. S. Bakhtiar Chaudhary is one of the top 10 doctors today in India in the area of ergonomics, sports medicine and lifestyle management. He is also the president of the Association of Occupational Health in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Dr. Chaudhary has, to his credit, many original works. That he is one of the first doctors in our country who has published the first ever study on obesity in school children very early in the 2000s. In fact, he has been striving very hard to spread awareness in parents, children, teachers and schools in the area of fitness in school children. He is the first person to have introduced the concept of fit kid in our country very early in the 1997. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be here to talk to Dr. Chaudhary today. Let me, on behalf of all of you, welcome Dr. Chaudhary. Dr. Chaudhary, very good morning to you. Dr. Chaudhary, very recently I read the article on online classes, ergonomics, and the impact of online classes on the physical and mental health of children. This is really a very hot topic today because all our children these days are glued to the systems to attend their classes. And I'm sure this is a big area of concern to all parents today.
Good morning to all of you.
So Dr. Chaudhary, my first question to you is, what exactly is ergonomics?
Ergonomics, absolutely a new field of subject. Ergonomics was never taught in our school also, and not even now. Ergonomics means, ergo means work. Economically, how to do your work without getting into problem. That is the meaning of ergonomics. For example, a pen which you use to write, a thicker pen will give you more comfort to write because you have less forces of fingers to apply on it. But very thin pen, if you want to write with that, you have to hold it very tight. These are known as a pinch forces. I am giving you a very simple example. Similarly, at our house, we have a mirror which is placed in a particular height. But in a family, father is very taller, mother is shorter, small child is much shorter. How can one arrangement help all these people? This is the ergonomic faults of architects. There are a number of examples which tell us there should be a smooth man-machine relationship. What are the benefits of ergonomics? You can work longer time. You have lesser painful situations. And a good ergonomics can prevent long-term problems in the body. Basically, it gives you good musculoskeletal health. I hope you are clear. Ergonomics is a very important subject.
Thank you for that explanation on ergonomics. Now my second question to you is, what can go wrong in the ergonomics settings at home while children attend the online classes?
When you are at home, you are bound to sit on a computer or use your Android phone, or you may take up a tab. All these things, actually you are glued to these gadgets. This is also known as a gadget hygiene. You slowly get addicted to this. And children, they are much more than adults. Now you have classes online, training programs online. That means at the end of the day, you are accumulating many number of hours in sitting and sitting and sitting. At the same time, you are focusing your eyes on monitors which are lit bright, You are also not aware of your body, in what posture you are sitting. All these things will put a human body under stress, a kind of a musculoskeletal stress. Even a car which is parked for many months untouched, the tires will get damaged, bearings will get damaged. Same thing happens to human beings. Thirdly, we do not have a prescribed ergonomic setup at home. Reason being, we are not aware. You have seen my survey, parents and teachers, zero awareness on ergonomics. Next, you are trying to make a makeshift arrangement for your child because you don't want to miss his class. And he also doesn't want to miss his game. All these make the child glued to his chair. And the student is not aware what is the posture he is sitting in it, what is the amount of eye monitor distance or ergonomics, and neither the parent nor child ever know what should be the brightness of your monitor. Do you know? I am sure you don't know. What should be the size of the mouse? What should be the angle of the keyboard? What should be the brightness and contrast and gamma of your monitor? Imagine, it is impossible to make 100%. Working ergonomically at least 90% better. Otherwise, you may have a musculoskeletal insults on your body. This is going to happen at home.
What do you think will be the impact on children?
My survey did reveal there are a lot of problems in children. 2 months of lockdown period I have surveyed. I have sent questionnaires to parents. My questionnaire contained about awareness of ergonomics, knowledge of ergonomics, and what is their sitting posture, eye to monitor distance, whether their feet are hanging or they are stable on some platform, or their backs are supported by back support in that chair, and what are the sufferings children complain to parents. I was shocked to know, but it is beyond my suspicion. Large number of children, more than 36-37% of children had a musculoskeletal pains like a back pain and neck pain. You should be aware, your child will not communicate you with a smaller pain. The pain bearing capacity of the children is so much in children because they are easily distracted. Child won't complain unless he is a severe pain. And in my survey, the children have complained, and their complaints began after 25 to 30 days onwards. So that is a cumulative trauma occurred in their body. Most common problem in the children is back pain. Whether it's a game or a lesson, so he will jet out his neck and he will bend his head forward. He will go into a kind of a forward head posture. He is going to bend down like this. And he is not really worried about whether the muscles of the back are contracting or he is going to have pain. He is not worried. His focus is short but is very intense. Thirdly, as a parent, you must be bombarding. Hey, come on, focus on your class, don't get up. Even because of pain and discomfort, child wants to get up from the chair. An average parent forces him to go back to his chair. You cannot sit more than 60 minutes. After the 60 minutes, you will be amazed to know our 30% of circulation gets stagnated. That means your oxygen transport is deranged. That means child starts feeling a fatigue, which he will feel after the 4 hours of class, not first hour. Probably not after second hour because you would be calling him for snack or lunch. Most people have this cumulative trauma disorder. We call it CTD, or we call them repetitive strain injury. You are typing. An average good typing skill person types more than 5,000 mouse clicks a day, more than 10,000 keystrokes a day. And your fingers and tendons and joints are not really made for this volume of work. As per experts and even as per my own experience, we may have to live with this corona for next 2 years By the time you get medicine, vaccine and preventive programs, it will be 2022. So you're going to face this makeshift arrangement at home, and you're going to have RSI, you're going to have CTD, and you're going to have back pain, heel pain, knee pain, tiredness, fatigue, and the most important, the red eye syndrome. Children don't blink their eyes. Their intense focus on the monitor, trying to read small letters, trying to see the images which are running, a robot fighting, shooting. When you blink, it waters the conjunctiva, the top membrane of the eyeball. But when you're focusing more than 30 seconds like this, eyes will dry and they start burning. Child says, Mama, I am feeling there is sand in my eyes. That's a dry eye syndrome. Your teacher, your school, your parent not going to help, my dear child, but you need help today. So, Saira ji, I hope you understand emotionally I am telling you the impact on children. This is, we need to prevent it. Please kindly see my tables, data I shared with you, and you can share with your colleagues and parents and other people, school especially. Don't think it's a newspaper article some doctor has done as a time pass research study during lockdown period. No. It is the first of this kind of study done in India. There is no data available in India. What is a child ergonomics should be?
Dr. Chowdhury, in the article, the survey results have shown that school teachers and the schools are completely unaware of ergonomics and its impact. What are your suggestions to schools and teachers?
Parents, teachers, school administrators, and my colleague doctors, occupational physicians, physiotherapists, every one of us should take this responsibility. It's not only a parent or a school. Our future generation is important. First thing, as a parent, you read about ergonomics. There are 20,000 articles in Google. Because you do not know what is ergonomics, you never study it. You don't require me to educate you. At least some basic knowledge you can acquire by reading literature. Ergonomics, RSI, CTD are very much available in Google Internet. By reading too much information, you may get confused sometimes. So first thing is you study up your child. You see what is the attitude he sits. Does he sit like this? Does he sit like this? Or he sits completely lying down? Or some children sleep off in the chair? Rule number 1 is break the sitting. Encourage your child to get on from the chair, walk around. It enhances their circulation. The fatigue syndrome comes down. And when he goes and sits back, you can ensure he can sit in a reasonably good position. So as a parent, you make sure that your child, every 1 hour he gets up. Normally, a classroom session is designed for 45 minutes to 60 minutes, and in between there are 3 to 5 minutes of break, or to ensure children move out of their classroom, run around, chase each other, fight among themselves. That is what is missing today. In school, they have a PT class, they have a recreation class, they have art classes, they travel in the bus. A lot of things they are missing at makeshift arrangement of online class at home. So do create some recreation for your child, participate with him. And make sure at least basic ergonomics you follow. His back should be attached to your chair. Back should be in erect posture in contact with the chair. Make sure your feet are not really hanging, at least should have some support. Observe attitude. Working attitude is very important. Somebody's mouse is too far, somebody's keyboard is too high, somebody is leaning head posture and working. So you encourage him. I'll give a chocolate if you work in this posture. Make sure your room is well ventilated. At least 5,000 to 6,000 candles of lumens of light is essential to use a computer. Sitting has a lot of drawbacks. Less breathing, joints are stiffened, less circulation, and neck at a fixed posture, eyes at wide open, and there is a radiation coming from the gadgets. Doing some exercises, maybe in one of our videos, we'll try to give you some desk-bound exercises for school children. Some specialized breathing exercise we are trying to develop for children. I may share you in future. Altogether, we call them CTD, RSI, and occupational disorders of students. And if you find it difficult to ensure, you're most welcome to contact me. We can have some intervention programs in your school when they open, or you can have a training program for parents and teachers. Sometimes you may involve students also. I know this small interview, teaching whole ergonomics, giving you whole solutions would be difficult. Teachers and school administrators. Teachers and school administrators, they bear the responsibility. Why? Child is spending more than 1 lakh hours in the school. So as a teacher, it is your moral responsibility not only sticking to social science, Hindi, Sanskrit. You need to teach ergonomics. First you learn yourself, and you please insist your administrators, management, principal to have separate training classes to teachers and school management. Yes, you are looking after children very well. You are putting a lot of facilities, sports facilities, good computer labs. I know, without ergonomic arrangements. So very good computer lab is a good to advertise in your brochures, but make sure you have a sufficient ergonomic tools, adjustable chairs, adjustable tables, adjustable stools, properly designed footrests, your computer monitors of different sizes. Please, you are most welcome to contact me. I can give you a lot of inputs. I appeal to schools, teachers, parents, and Sairaji, thank you very much. You pulled me for this interview. I know I spoke too much, but this is the most important need of the hour, and ultimately you learn, ultimately you achieve safe ergonomics at workplace for your child. Sairaji, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had an enlightening session with Dr. Chowdhury today, and we learnt a lot on this new area called ergonomics and its importance. We have also seen how serious this issue is and what impact it will have on our children's health. As parents, let us also take care and also request our schools and the teachers to do something about it, to include this as part of a curriculum and teach the children ergonomics. We can also take help from Dr. Chowdhury or any other experts in this area. If you have further queries on this, you're most welcome to either call me, message me, or mail me. And I'm sure Dr. Chowdhury would not mind extending this help. Thank you. Stay safe, stay fit, and take care of your children.